Hey guys, it's JJ. Welcome back to the Maui Dynasty, where we are 7-2 and 4-2 in conference. We had both our losses against BYU and San Jose State, which not great news, but we are gonna fight for it still. Now, first opponent we're gonna play against is San Diego State. The Aztecs are a team that beat us last year. Very tight finish. We couldn't get it done in the end, but this year we are hoping for revenge. Quarterbacked by Kyle Crum. He has pretty good accuracies all around and 94 throw power. Really good pocket passer, but he's not mobile. So if we get him, he's hopefully going down. Their top running back is Lucky Sutton. Nice name. 6'1", 212. With solid elusiveness, pretty good. He does have okay power, that's actually pretty good as well, and 91 speed. So he's definitely somebody to watch out for. This is some pretty good athleticism. Lewis Brown, the fourth, is their top receiver, 6'2", 195, and good route runner, short and intermediate. His hands are pretty good. He has adequate speed, I'd say. It's not super fast. 88 could do better, but it's not horrible either, especially not for the Mountain West Conference. And then we have Ryan Wolfer as a tight end. He looks also pretty good. 6'5", 235 out of Arizona. He's not really a blocking tight end. His blocking ratings are pretty average, but his hands are even worse. I actually don't know where he gets his overall from because he's also very slow. And that number 95 looks disgusting, dude. Then their O-line is actually pretty decent. Their D-line, however, is missing their best player with a torn bicep. He's done for the season. And that leaves the rest of their D-line pretty weak. This guy was their only good player. They have a linebacker, Kyle Moretti, one of the best players on the team. Really good awareness and play rec, but is a tad slow, I'd say. His coverage ability is pretty good, but 82 speed is, you want to have a little bit more speed there at linebacker. And then they don't really have great corners, but they do have a solid safety here in Daleshawn, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, Staley, who is a pretty good cover guy. His run defense lacks. And yeah, adequate athleticism. So we are definitely on paper the better team. We have the better O-line, we have the better D-line, and we definitely have the best receivers in this game. But we'll see. This is gonna be a home game, and Maui's gonna receive the kickoff here, as Whitehurst is gonna go back and receive it, and he's just gonna take a knee in the end zone. And the Surfers are going to take over on offense with quarterback Edward Hirsch, who just surpassed 3,000 passing yards. Let's see if he can make it to 4,000. We're going to go to the end of the season this time around. And Hirsch is going to scramble on the first play from scrimmage, and he's got a lot of yardage, and that's 20 yards to start the game. And this kid doesn't even have any speed. Now they're going to go with an outside zone gift for Whitehurst, and everything's wide open there. 2nd and 8, and that's a nice 12-yard run. 1st and 10 from the 41, and Hirsch has a 4-man pressure. Left guard and center combine on a double team. Wide open over the middle, that's Hakeem Birch, and he's got the first down. And that's already in field goal range now. 3rd and 6, and Hirsch is pressured. That was a 0 blitz, and he should have taken a shot down the field there. As this one is a 4th and 1, and they are going to leave the offense on the field. And they get somebody to jump. And this is going to be on the Aztecs, I think. As Maui is going to convert into a new first down now. And have a chance to score the touchdown instead of going for the field goal. But Hirsch is going down. Right guard gave it up. And San Diego State gets a pretty crucial sack there. On the other hand, George Smith gets a bubble screen on the outside, and that's a 10-yard gain. And that makes this a 3rd and 7, and they get somebody to jump. But they do a motion first, and that someone can realign. And now on the outside, that is complete, but that's going to be a loss as he pressed the wrong button. And that's going to be a field goal. And San Diego State is getting sacked on the very first set of downs. And that 3rd and 14 did not amount to anything. So they have to go 3 and out, punt it right back to the Surfers. As Lloyd Morgan makes himself known. First catch in the game is 8 yards. 3rd and 2. Edward Hirsch is going to hand it off to Will Whitehurst, and that is going to be a first down. That's a 12-yard run again across midfield like last time. 2nd and 10, and Hirsch throws it over the middle. This is Lloyd Morgan, and he's lots of running room on the outside, and that's a 30-yard connection. There is the speed. That kid is so dangerous. 1st and goal from the 10, and Hirsch over the middle. It's caught by Bowers. No, that's actually Terry Carter, and he's got the touchdown. Maui up by 10. And San Diego State doesn't know what hit him. Now they go back on offense, and they have to do something. It's Sutton up the middle, and he fumbles it away, and Maui falls on it. The Surfers get the ball right back, and that's already in field goal range. Candelaria with a crucial fumble, and first down and 10 for Edward Hirsch. Now he motions over George Smith, and he's gonna throw it over the middle on the drag. That's Lloyd Morgan, and he's got lots of room to work with. That's 18 yards to the wideout, and first down and 10 from the 10 again. And they're gonna go with a bubble. Hakeem Birch into the end zone. Touchdown Surfers. And it only took 10 games for Birch to have his first season touchdown, even though he's playing almost all the downs on offense. That kid, Jesus. 1st and 10, and San Diego State is going to hand it off to Sutton, and he's got a huge rushing lane. That's 16 yards on the carry, and they move the chains for the first time today. First down and 10 from the 33, and they have a lot of space over the middle there, and that is actually a perfect throw to the tight end. That number 95 is absolutely disgusting, but they're going to run behind him, and that's a quarterback run getting 8 yards. Nice piece of running there. 3rd and 7, and they have to throw it. Now that's the edge of field goal range, so you want to convert this, and Sutton hangs on for the tough grab, about 9 yards, and they do move into field goal range now, as the Aztecs are going to get it out quick on this one, and that's a catch made on the outside. That's a 9-yard gain, and now it's 3rd down and 1 right at the goal line, and they are going to go with the quarterback read option, and it was a keeper, but nowhere to go. That's a field goal for San Diego State. At least it's a 2-score game now for them, but yeah, 3rd down and 7. That's incomplete for Lloyd Morgan, and they have to punt it right back to the Aztecs, so that's a 3-0 for the Surfers. And down the field, it's broken up and intercepted! It's Daniel Madrid with a diving interception. What a play by Sergio Gonzalez. He was a step behind. He used the leverage of the throw. It was a little bit short, and he knocked it away, and Madrid is right there to dive in and intercept it. Take it away. That's already 2 turnovers for San Diego State. 3rd and 8 for Hirsch, and he's gonna launch this one down the field. It's intercepted right back. What are you doing? 3rd and 8. Force the ball downfield. It's kind of an arm punt, I guess, but that's safety Josh Hunter that I showed you earlier in the team introduction, and almost intercepted by Daniel Garcia. Kyle Crum throwing it almost right back, but they have to punt it away, and Maui gets the ball back after the punt. Both interceptions didn't lead to any points, so we kind of start from scratch here, as Maui is going to get a first down here with scrambling quarterback. And now 3rd and 10, and they're going to take another deep shot, and it's Lloyd Morgan. Touchdown Surfers. 59 yards to the house. And Maui is taking a commanding lead now. It's 24-3. And the Aztecs are having difficulties keeping up. We're halfway through the 2nd quarter, and it kind of looks like the game is almost done. And they finally get something going here. That's a nice catch made. Good completion, and now they're going to go hurry up. First down and 10 from the 33. And That's going to be a play action shot. And down goes the quarterback. It's Jerry Davis in the backfield. And Maui gets him. That's a 2nd and 19 for San Diego State coming up. And they go full house. And they are going to go with a play action shot. And resetting his feet, throwing. What a missile. 19 yards exactly. They get it all back in one play. On the outside, the catch is made. And now they're going to go hurry up. 3rd and 9. And that's a slip screen. Or I don't know what kind of screen that was. But that's going to be a 4th down. And they do not get any points from that drive. So 3 minutes left. And Hirsch is getting the ball back, and that's lots of time with an offense like this as Hakeem Birch gets 12 yards on the screen. And now they're going to go 1st and 10, 2.5 minutes on the clock, and Hirsch is going to throw it on the outside. The hitch was not covered up. Both receivers downfield on the slot fade, both corners downfield on the slot fade, and the receiver wide open as Lloyd Morgan, by the way, crossed 1,500 receiving yards on that last deep touchdown. 2nd and 10, and Lloyd Morgan gets another reception. That's 10 more, and they get the 1st down again. 3rd and 9, and this is not field goal range. You got to get this one. And wide open on the field, and overthrown. Lloyd Morgan overthrown by probably a couple steps. And Hirsch has another shot here. He throws it over the middle. It's incomplete, but they got somebody to jump. That was a free play in San Diego State. That's bad news. That 4th down is now gonna turn into a new 1st down instead of a turnover on downs. They did go for it there. This is not field goal range really. And Hirsch is gonna have a new set of downs and throws it right to the defense. And that one's returned for a little bit, but taken down by, I think, Lloyd Morgan on the tackle there. And San Diego State is now back on offense. This is still a 3-score game, and knocked away. What a play. I think that was Terrence Diaz on the deflection, and they get somebody to jump again. And Hirsch is going to launch it one-on-one down the field, and Morgan hauls it in. It's a touchdown. Maui with another score. And that offsides, man, that was bad. They are obviously going to decline this. It's a huge touchdown for Maui. And now it's a 31-3 game. But they do get somebody behind the defense. And that is going to be a touchdown for the Aztecs. As the clock runs down to 20 seconds in the half. And we're at halftime. It's a 3-score game again. But San Diego State really needs to play some offense in the second half. And also some defense. Because that has been kind of embarrassing for the Aztecs, as Maui already has 290 passing yards on 36 attempts and 4 passing touchdowns. All of those plays were throws by Edward Hirsch. 1st down and 10, and the Aztecs are going to go with a throw over the middle here, and a receiver wearing number 33. That looks wrong, but 17 yards here. 3rd and inches. And they are going to go with triple option or speed option. I'm not sure exactly, but that's a takedown of the quarterback, and they do not get the new 1st down, so they have to punt it away. And Hakeem Birch jukes out a defender after the screen, and that's 19 yards. Great play by Hirsch there, or actually by Hakeem Birch. As Hirsch is getting pressured and the blitz is picked up, Lloyd Morgan, lots of room to work with, 15 yards. And a new 1st down. 3rd and 4, and they're going to motion George Smith across the formation. And now they're going to snap it. And this is Lloyd Morgan again, and he's got another 14 yards on that one. And he's already at 254 yards. That is unbelievable. As Hirsch is going to have a screen set up here for Whitehurst, who breaks a tackle and still loses yardage. So that's going to be a field goal, but I mean, it was over after that. 24 points is basically a 4-score lead, and they never came back. We did score a couple more field goals, maybe 1 touchdown or something. But player of the game, 262 yards in the air for Lloyd Morgan. It's ridiculous. Hirsch, oh man, those 2 picks, they're haunting me, man. as San Diego State, they were not able to move the ball at all. They should have ran it a lot more. Lucky Sutton had a great ground game going there, but as soon as you're down by 2 or 3 scores, offenses start to throw it, and that was a horrible idea. Now, receiving wise, we did somewhat keep them in check. The top receiver, Lewis Brown, he did get the touchdown, the deep score. But other than that, they didn't really get much going. Hang on, I think they only scored 10 points, right? So they wouldn't even have had a touchdown if it weren't for that one deep score right before halftime. That is unbelievable. And yeah, we had another great game by Lloyd Morgan. The entire offense is funneling through him. You kind of have to force it through him. We forced 3 fumbles. Daniel Madrid had a forced fumble and an interception, and he had an unbelievable game, man. I cannot believe that Daniel Madrid is suddenly coming on. He has been a liability all season, and now suddenly he forces 2 turnovers in one game. Let's see if it continues. But yeah, that was just a horrible game by San Diego State, and Lloyd Morgan wins Player of the Week for the Mountain West Conference with 262 yards. And obviously, we also get the National Offensive Player of the Week award for him. That kind of yardage is absolutely special, as we are now ranked number 20. And we're going to go into the next game against a team that we need to beat if we want to make it to this conference game. Or conference championship game. But first up, we are going to have to talk recruiting at least a little bit. We get a Hawaiian committed here in Sini Umana. He is a gem. 6'2", 303 out of Kaneohe. And 94 strength is really good. And I think I am probably going to convert him to a guard because that's more of what he looks like. But we'll see the final ratings and then we'll make decisions. And then another player I'm going to convert to a different position is Dwayne Otis. That kid has 88 speed and 88 excel. He's a 4-star. The problem is, I already committed 3 4-stars, and this kid is by far the slowest. So he's going to be a safety. Because I also have issues recruiting safeties this year. And we need one more there. So I'm going to convert him to safety, definitely. That's definitely happening. No question about it. Now, we're going to play New Mexico now, and New Mexico is leading the entire Mountain West Conference. But they're 1 game away, and if we beat them, we have a tiebreaker over them. Their roster is very interesting. 2 running backs, a receiver, and a quarterback make up 4 of the top 5 players. And then they have an edge rusher and the safety in there as well. Another receiver, another safety. It's a really weird roster, but it has worked out for them so far. They have been playing really well. And Devin Dampier is their quarterback with 90 throw power. He has pretty good athleticism, really good accuracies, and that kid can run. Seriously, he has 86 speed, 91 acceleration. He can juke and spin out some people. He's really good. Eli Sanders is their 1 top running back with pretty good elusiveness. And yeah, his power game is lagging a little bit behind though. His hands are actually decent, but that stiff arm and trucking need a little work. His speed though, 93, that's really good. Javen Jacobs, he's also definitely more of an elusive back, so they're kind of made for the same role, and they're probably eating each other's carries away, but also really elusive, pretty good hands. Route running is decent, and his power is definitely lagging behind. Like that 44 stiff arm is not screaming, oh, I'm a power back. But yeah, 88 speed at only 5'10", 195 is actually pretty slow, I guess. Darius Clemens is their top receiver. He wears number 1. And yeah, he's a pretty good route runner. He has a really good release off the line. Really good catching ratings. There is nothing to discredit here, except maybe his speed. The 88 speed is kind of slow, but I guess in the Mountain West Conference this still works. And then Caden Pope, 6 feet, 171, is a really good route runner. He has okay hands. It could be better, but it's okay. And he has the speed. 92 speed, 93 acceleration. That kid looks dangerous. And then the O-line for New Mexico looks decent. It's one of the better ones in the conference, but it's also not unbeatable. Their top defensive lineman is a edge rusher with 88 finesse moves, 76 power moves, 86 strength. And that run stopping needs to get better. 62 block shedding is not going to do it, but he's an edge rusher, not a defensive tackle, so I guess he can get away with it. They also have a pretty solid defensive tackle on the roster that looks pretty good. And then they have a middle linebacker here in Jaden Wilson who looks solid. He is not a great like cerebral kind of middle linebacker. His zone coverage is okay. 82 speed. His run stopping is actually pretty good. Tavian Combs is their top DB. They do not have great cornerbacks on this team, but 6'2", 216 with okay run support, pretty solid coverage ratings, I guess. 79 catching. That speed is just awful. If I were on this team, I would convert him to linebacker. Now, we have not played New Mexico before, and that's because in the first season I hadn't had the conferences set up, and they were still playing in, I think it's the Big 12, or maybe it's the Sun Belt, or I have no idea. But I removed them from there. We got them here in the Mountain West Conference now, where they belong. And we're going to play at their house. And as you can already see, the sky is gray, and players' feet produce a lot of water walking around, running around. This is not a great setup for us. This is the top team in the conference, and it's raining, and we have had that pretty much when we played San Jose State. We played at their house, so they had an advantage with the crowd. And it was raining a bunch, and we couldn't get the passing game going. And if you don't have a run game just all around, it's not going to work in the rain either. Now, New Mexico is set up to do this. They have the two best players on their team are running backs, and you see them right here. This is Sanders, number 6. He gets a nice run to the outside, and just like that, a couple plays in, and they are already in field goal range. And now the quarterback goes down. Dampier got a little bit damp as he was falling down, and we get the sack and prevent them actually from getting a field goal here. Now 1st and 10 for Edward Hirsch, and we're gonna throw it, and that catch is made. It's the best receiver in the country, Lloyd Morgan, who by the way is in one of the Heisman finalists because he's producing so well. Now Whitehurst is gonna run it, and we have a nice running lane there. That's exactly 10 yards for the number 1 feature back here for the Surfers. Now 1st down and 10 from almost midfield, and that catch is made. Lloyd Morgan with another one, and he gets hit down really hard, but he hangs on. Now 3rd and inches, and Hirsch is gonna motion over George Smith, and he's gonna throw it, and over the middle. That catch is made. What a catch by Brandon Bowers. This is the kind of catches we didn't make when we played San Jose State, by the way. As Hirsch is going to fire over the middle, and Hakeem Birch has a nice catch. That's about 12 yards. And converting into new 1st down, now in the green zone. And Hirsch has a lot of time, and in the end zone, touchdown Surfers! They get on the board first, and the Surfers take a 7-0 lead. Lloyd Morgan, he does it again. I think he is already at like 16 or 17 touchdowns. He has an unbelievable season. Sanders is going to head outside, and he finds a nice running lane there. Shakes off a tackler, gets 10 yards. Now 3rd and 8, and Dampier has a challenge here as he's going to scramble away from pressure, and he gets the 1st down with his legs. Are you kidding me, man? They almost had him, but Dampier just ran away, gets 11 with his feet. Now Sanders has a nice running lane on the outside, and finally hit down from behind. He almost looked like he was going to break one there. 3rd down and 3, and Dampier has lots of time and decides to take off again, and that's a lot of space as well. 10 yards. They're going to get the 1st down here as well. And the Lobos are now going to have a play action shot set up for Dampier, who is going to run, adjust, and fire downfield, and that is caught down the field, 39 yards. And Dampier with an incredible play there. Lobo set up inside the 5 now, or inside the 10 now, and he's gonna take off and run it in. The Lobos tie up the game at 7. New Mexico with the score here. And well, that's not great news, but what do you want me to do about it? It's tied up at 7 here. This is probably gonna be a pretty tough game with the rain and all, but we'll see. First down and 10 for Edward Hirsch, and there is somebody wide open behind the defense. It's George Smith, and this is an 81-yard touchdown. Maui with a score. And they answer right back. Lobos tie up the game at 7. Very next play after kickoff, 81-yard touchdown. And they show off the slot fade play there as the Lobos get the ball back on offense. And this is Pope on the outside with a 25-yard play. Caden Pope, nice play. 2nd and 4 as Dampier has a lot of time, and he's gonna step up and scramble again. Finds the open lane, 14 yards on that one. And he's already at 31 yards rushing. 1st and 10, and this is gonna be a handoff. That's the other running back whose name I have forgotten. Let me show. Oh, this is Jacobs. Yeah, I'm sorry. Jacobs was his name. Now, Sanders is the back, but they are going to throw it. And Dampier just steps up and is going to scramble again for a few yards to make the field goal a little bit easier, but they do take 3 after it is 4th down. Now Lloyd Morgan on the outside running away from DBs, and that's going to be a huge gain. 28 yards on the screen for Lloyd Morgan. And the Surfers are on the move again. They are now across midfield and plus territory. 3rd and 6, blitz coming up off his back foot, 1-on-1, and this one is overthrown. Lloyd Morgan was open, and he probably would have made the catch. Now Sanders is going to get caught in the backfield, and that's John Richardson, the middle linebacker, so that's bad news for New Mexico. 3rd and 13 now for Dampier, and he's going to take off again, and he's getting a block, and he's going to slide down with a 16-yard gain and a new 1st down. 2nd and 3, Dampier, they are going empty, and down goes the quarterback, and they fumble it away, but New Mexico keeps it. 3rd and 12, Devin Dampier, that was very lucky. They caught a break there. And now over the middle, that's a nice catch made, and 1st down, running toward the sideline. Great play by New Mexico. Now 4-man pressure for Dampier, and wide open in the end zone. Touchdown Lobos. It's Caden Pope. And the Lobos are in the end zone yet again, and they are taking the lead here at 17-14. And we're 30 seconds away from halftime as Hirsch is going down. He lost the football. What are you doing? Wide open is Lloyd Morgan down the field. A half a second longer and he probably would have been able to pull it off. Now great field position. 5 yards away from the end zone. Touchdown Lobos yet again. And that's number 1 receiver, Clemens. And they are now up by 2 scores. And this is exactly what happened in the San Jose State game. We're not able to get it going really. And for some reason, the opposing team is able to face the conditions as Jamil Morris runs it down the sideline. This was just a run to get us to the half, and he got us into field goal range with 3 seconds remaining. He stepped out of bounds, and now this is a 50-yard field goal try, and we do get the points. I can't believe it. What a play. Jamil Morris shaking off the defender in the hole and then running about 40 yards downfield to make this field goal try possible. And of course, if you enjoy the video, I would appreciate it if you gave it a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, as the Surfers are now down by 7 at halftime. We are ranked. This would be an upset if we lost it, but New Mexico has been able to shake off the conditions. And wide open behind the defense, you guessed right, it's Lloyd Morgan. First play in the 3rd quarter, and Morgan is gone. 81-yard touchdown. And the Surfers are tying up this game right now. They are not happy about the way this game has been going. That fumble was a little bit unlucky, but New Mexico has been pretty good in creating pressure, and now they have a nice play on 3rd and 7, creating 14 yards after the catch, after the dump off. Now 2nd and 10, and Dampier does get it away on time again, and that's this Caden Pope. He gets a huge gain, and that's the edge of field goal range now, as Dampier has a 5-man pressure, and he does get it away on time, and in the wrong direction goes his receiver, Caden Pope. That's a loss of 3, and Sergio Gonzalez is credited with the tackle. Now Dampier has a clean pocket. He does get it away, 3rd and 13. The catch is made, but it's just a slightly easier field goal. Now they do not get the first down, and the field goal is no good either. That could be incredibly foolish. That was a pretty easy field goal try, 45 yards. That's something you should hit as a kicker. As Hirsch is going to get this one away, but he was hit and he couldn't get everything behind it, as he had a receiver behind the defense. Now they have to punt it away, and New Mexico gets the ball back, and Pope on the outside. Surfers have not been able to stop him. That's a 12-yard gain. 3rd and 1, and they're going to motion over a tight end. And they are going to hand it off. No, that's a play-action shot. And Dampier is going down. It's 4th down and 1. And they are taking the field goal here. 56-yard try. And that one's no good either. Wide right. That's 2 missed field goals. I would have just gone for it on 4th down, honestly. 4th and 1 at the edge of field goal range. Come on, dude. Got to go for it there. As this is still a tight game now, but Hirsch goes down. Everything's covered up. The receivers are not getting open. And now 3rd and 10 for Edward Hirsch after a 6-yard run on 2nd down. And Hirsch can't get everything behind it. And that's a bummer because Lloyd Morgan was wide open 20 yards behind the defense. That would have been a touchdown. And instead they have to punt it away. And New Mexico also has to punt it away immediately. 3 and out with a sack from Daniel Garcia. Dampier goes down, and the Surfers get the ball back immediately as Hirsch didn't see the free rusher, and that's going to be another sack. Jaden Wilson, the middle linebacker, on the blitz there, and they have to punt it away now. Lobos should be up by at least 3 points, if not 10, but they have a great return set up here by Caden Pope. What a play. That's great field position. That's exactly where they missed the field goal, the 39-yard line. And Dampier on the outside. The catch is made. Pope, what a reception. That kid is destroying Sergio Gonzalez on the outside. Dampier wide open is Caden Pope again. Why can they not stop this kid? He has 13 catches for 156 yards. And now they're going to toss it out. And that's a touchdown, Lobos. As New Mexico is going to take the lead after all. Surfers can't get the offense going in the second half. So far, this has been a 1-play touchdown and nothing but 3 and outs the entire second half. And we're 8 minutes away from the end of the game now. We're in the 4th quarter. Gotta wake up here as Hirsch has a receiver down the field. And it's broken up. Underthrown for George Smith on the slot fade. And penalty was against the Surfers, so they are gonna decline it. 4th down, punt it away. And what a spin move here. Fumbles it away! Oh my god! Is that gonna stand? I think he was on the ground. But they do recover, and under recovery, it's Daniel Madrid. And the turnover stands. Jacobs just fumbled it away, and that was a very lucky break for the Surfers. Open on the outside, catch is made. That's Brandon Bowers, the tight end. And he's got the first down. We are 17 yards away from the end zone, and Will Whitehurst is going to carry the ball 9 yards, halves the distance. And that's now a 1st and goal from the 4, as Hirsch has a receiver in the end zone. Touchdown, Morgan. And he has yet another one. I cannot believe that they are leaving him open like this. Just like on the other underneath throw we had earlier, where 2 receivers covered the slot fade, but nobody checked the hitch underneath. Now Dampier is going to take off, get 8 yards, 1st down. Game is tied at 31 now, by the way, with that touchdown. So now it's anybody's game. Game is at 0, and there is a flag down as the Surfers are getting a break here. That's going to go against the Lobos. And New Mexico is going to be faced with a 1st and 15. They get a 4-yard run on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11, and Dampier's got another open receiver. This time it's Clemens, and he was not open at all, but he made the catch anyway. Great play. And that, by the way, puts Clemens over 1,500 yards. They have their own breakout receiver, and they are targeting him here, and DB Steele saw it coming. He returns it for a pick six. 41 yards to the house. What a play by DB Steele. He steals it away from the Lobos, and that's a 7-point lead, and we are 3.5 minutes away from the end of the game. What are you doing, Devin? Mr. Dampier needs to get it together here. 3rd and 9. And Dampier is going to get it away. 4th down and 7. And they are punting it away. They give the ball back to the Surfers. And we're almost at the 2-minute warning. Last play before the 2-minute warning. Hirsch gets it away. But Lloyd Morgan breaks 2 tackles. Goes backwards. Still tackled for a 4th down. So they have to punt it back to New Mexico. And they give him a chance to tie up the game. 1 minute and 20 seconds on the clock, and the catch is made again over the middle. What a play, what a layout there. I think it was Caden Pope again. Now Devin Dampier, 1st and 10, and he throws it to the defense. John Richardson is waiting right over the middle. And Maui is going to take it away, and they can run out the clock now. New Mexico with 3 turnovers in the second half. That was a horrible play design, play calling, whatever. What are you doing? 2 interceptions and a fumble in the red zone. Or at least, not in the red zone, but I think in field goal range. Unbelievable day. Lloyd Morgan, only 7 catches today, only 139 yards. That's actually below average. Can you believe it? But, man, those 2 picks by Dampier, unbelievable. We couldn't stop him all game long. That kid was running around, making plays all over the field. And suddenly he can't get it together anymore and has a bunch of dumb decisions. Well, that's your own problem now. As I didn't think we could catch him, but oh man, Caden Pope, Jesus Christ, 14 receptions for 173 yards. We didn't allow the deep pass this time. We didn't allow a deep touchdown, but Pope was just wide open all the time. Lloyd Morgan, great day on offense. George Smith this time had a deep touchdown as well. That's a pretty nice one. And yeah, we had actually 3 sacks by Daniel Garcia. We did get Dampier, but he always made up for it. For example, on that 2nd and 19, he just very next play, comebacker to the outside. It's exactly 19 yards, and they get a new 1st down. Didn't even matter that we sacked him immediately. But yeah. 2 forced fumbles by Garcia and John Richardson. Richardson also got a pick. The fumble was recovered by Daniel Madrid. Again, right place, right time for that kid. But yeah, we get Mountain West Conference Defensive Player of the Week for Daniel Garcia. 3 sacks, 3 TFLs, 3 tackles. I mean, it's all the same 3 tackles, right? But 3 sacks, pretty good, especially against a quarterback like that. And that even gets him National Defensive Player of the Week. Now, we are ranked number 15. I can't believe it. Are we going to the playoffs this year? I think we have a shot. 9-2. We are number 15. Even if we lose, we should still be ranked. But we have to win this next game, and I'll show you why. But only in a second, we have a little bit recruiting to talk about. Quinton Drango. He is a running back that's labeled as a bust, but I think he's still going to be pretty good because he's a 4-star and he still has really good athleticism. 84 carrying, 80 break tackle, 84 juke move. I don't know why he's labeled as a bust. That kid looks pretty good to me, so I'm bringing him in. And we also get a tackle, a 3-star tackle that's a gem. Pass protector, 6'7", 297, out of Atwater, California. And he has 73 strength. That's almost tight end strength. But he is a gem, so I'm kind of betting on the fact that he's a gem. and hope that he's a lot of room to grow and the very non-restrictive caps. But let's talk about the conference now. 6-2 BYU, they or Washington DC at 5-3. One of Washington State. One of those teams are going to win the North, and then Hawaii, Maui, and New Mexico are all 6-2. The winner of Hawaii, Maui probably is going to move on to the conference championship game. And I don't know what happens if New Mexico wins and Hawaii wins. But if we win, we're in, because then we'll have tiebreakers over both of them. Now, the Rainbow Warriors have a pretty good defense. They also have a solid O-line and a scary quarterback. In Micah Alejado, he's a sophomore, 5'10", 180. Really small dude, but he does look really enticing. He has lots of running ability. Those accuracies don't look great, but he has a solid arm and 88 speed. I don't know what to tell you. That kid looks like a pure running back, quarterback, a pure running quarterback, I guess. Landon Sims is their running back, wears number 30, has solid receiving ability, and he's a pretty good elusive back, but his power is a little bit weaker, but not bad either. 86 speed, a little bit on the slower side here, but in the Mountain West Conference, you can live with it, I guess. DeKal Crowdus is their number 1 receiver. He wears number 6, and he knows how to juke out people. He's a great route runner. He is very reliable, and he has enough speed. It's not great. He's never gonna torch anybody, but 89 speed is pretty good. Richard Shannon. If you have been watching the series, you know that name. We had him last year. He transferred away. I had no idea until I looked at this roster. He is in Hawaii. And yeah, he's on the neighboring islands. He's a great pass catcher. He's a great route runner. Pretty slow, but he knows what he's doing when he gets the football. And we'll definitely see him. He's going to be the number 2 receiver. Now, their O-line, I already said that they have a bunch of like 78, 82 starters. So it's not bad. It's not great. It's kind of average. But with a running quarterback, they should be in a pretty good situation. Now, the D-line does have a few holes, but Dion Washington looks pretty solid. That kid knows how to play. He's a pretty big man, and he can disrupt plays if he wants to. Now, I have no idea how to pronounce his first name, but Otis is the middle linebacker for Hawaii, and his power is really good. He looks like a great run stopper, and that coverage ability is actually pretty decent. That speed is a little bit on the lower end of what you want at a linebacker, but it's also not in the 70s, so you can live with it. They also have another good linebacker here in Jalen Smith, who is pretty solid in coverage. He has lots of power as well. He is even okay as a blitzer and pretty good as a run stopper. 80 speed is definitely too low, honestly, though. Elijah Palmer is their top corner, 83 overall, one of their best players, but that kid is 5'8". And our top receiver, all of our 3 top receivers are over 6 feet, so that's going to be an issue, definitely. But he's great in zone, great in man, has good hands, and a lot of athleticism. Maybe he can make up for it. Elijah Palmer is their top player on defense. They also got another good corner here in Makana Meyer, who is 5'9". So that is also not really that good with our big receivers that have lots of speed. But really great man coverage. His zone is actually lagging behind by a lot. 78, that's kind of on the lower end of what I would want to have. And that Meyer kid also has only 88 speed, so that's not great. They do, however, have also a safety. Peter Manuma, 6 feet, 180 out of Hawaii. And he's a really good coverage guy. He has solid run support ratings. His man coverage is okay, I guess. 87 speed is a little bit lower than what you want, but yeah. Last year, we absolutely blew them out. They were unbeaten before, and we blew them out, and we cost them everything because they went on a losing streak after that. And now they come to our house, so we'll see. Maybe they can beat us this time around, but there is no rain, and we're playing at home, so this needs to be a blowout. as Hawaii's going to go on offense first. Landon Sims is 163 yards away from a 1,000-yard season. Don't think he's going to get it today, but I also don't want to spoil anything. And Sims is going to start out great. Oh, man, I should not have said that. That's a 26-yard run right off the bat. And they are going to have a first down now at the 41. And Sims has another great run. What is happening, dude? Oh, man, that's a 14-yard run. And he's already at about 40 yards or something. And Sims has another good run. That's a 9-yard gain. And Hawaii is kind of running away with this game on the opening drive. And they're going to hand it off. But this is not Sims anymore. And that's going to be a 4th and inches. Maybe they should have kept in Sims, even though he's tired. 4th and inches, and they are going to take the field goal. 52-yarder is good. And the Rainbow Warriors are on the board first. And now let's see if the Surfers can get on the surfboard. 3rd and 4. Oh, I meant scoreboard. Hirsch is going to throw it. No, he's not. He's going down before he can get it. And that's the defensive tackle I showcased. Deion Washington, he looks really good. So that's going to be a 3-and-out. And the sack for Edward Hirsch. They have to punt it away. And great play there on the outside as Alejado has a nice pass. Now Alejado has 11 personnel, and he's going to throw it over the middle. And that's Decal Crowdus. And that's a nice catch. Great route on the outside there. 2nd and 10. Crowdus left corner of your screen, and he is open, but he's going to throw it to the other side. And that catch is made. It's Richard Shannon. And he was not really open, but he's made the catch anyway. So that's going to be a handoff now for Sims, and he breaks the tackle, runs over a safety, and that's going to be a first down, 10 yards. Now inside the 5-yard line. Can they punch it in? Alejado is going to scramble, and he's going to take off and run it in. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors. And Hawaii takes a 10-0 lead here at Maui Stadium, at Surfer Paradise Stadium. Maui, that's not a great start into the game, but we've only had one drive. And they do get somebody to jump as Hirsch is going to throw it over the middle, and Birch has a nice first down catch, and a lot more after that. That was probably 20 yards. Don't see because of the flag thingy, but probably about 20 yards, yeah. Now Hirsch is going to have a throw. No, he does not. That's a sack, and that's Kai Shirley, the safety, getting in. What is happening? Maui with another throw lined up, and that catch is made on the outside. That's, I think, George Smith. 4th down and 2. They don't get him to jump, and they're going to run the play anyway. And Whitehurst has lots of space, jukes out the safety. What a play. 14 yards for Will Whitehurst. 1st down and 10. Hirsch has a 5-man pressure, and Lloyd Morgan makes the catch on the outside. That's a 9-yard gain. 2nd and inches coming right up. Now we're ending the first quarter in a few seconds, so let's try to get this in as Hirsch is going to fire over the middle, and that's a touchdown. Maui with the score. It's Lloyd Morgan. And that's at least a 7-point gain. Now it's a 3-point game. Let's see what Hawaii can do. Pressure coming in, and Shannon. Now that's actually Crowdus coming from the other side. That was kind of surprising. Makes the catch, gets a new first down. 1st and 10, Alejado over the middle. Catch is made again. It's Richard Shannon, 9 yards. Now 3rd and 1, and they're going to hand it off to Sims, and he has nowhere to go. Garcia is in the backfield. That's a 2-yard loss, and they have to punt it away. Hawaii does not get any points on this drive at least. And now Bowers with a nice adjustment. 13 yards on a badly thrown ball by Hirsch. Does get the first down though. 2nd and 10, and Hirsch is going to motion over George Smith, and he's going to get it away to Lloyd Morgan. And that catch is made. 11 yards. First down, and Hirsch crosses 100 yards passing on the day. And he also crosses the 300 completed passes milestone this season. Probably more than 500 attempts though. Now this is Morris on the outside, and he has lots of space, and he jukes away. He jukes out like 3 defenders and 2 surfers. What is happening, dude? Nice play by Jameel Morris, and now they're set up in field goal range. 1st and 10, Hirsch has lots of space. He's going to get it away. Smith turns the corner. 14 yards. First down. That is a little bit too easy now for the Rainbow Warriors here. They need to get it under control. Now over the middle, the catch is made by Smith, but that's going to be shy of the sticks. He didn't run the route to the sticks. 4th down and 2, and they are going to throw it. And Hirsch didn't see that this was a 0 blitz. And he goes down, and the scoring threat is over. He was targeting George Smith. He was running an out route, but he got stuck in press. And until he got disentangled from his corner, he couldn't get away, and Hirsch goes down for it. 2nd and 12 now for Alejado, and over the middle, the catch is made. Huge first down, 20 yards on the outside, and they're gonna go hurry up. Now 2nd and 10. Alejado has a 4-man pressure, and they're gonna set up the screen. Lots of space. First down, 15 yards, number 4. 1st and 10. Alejado is gonna hand it off to Sims, and we see him again, and that kid has been running tough all day. That's 9 yards. He's already at 72. He might get to that 163-yard mark, but Alejado is gonna take off and run down the field, and nobody takes him seriously. 19 yards on the run. Man, didn't we just see that with the New Mexico quarterback Dampier? Man. But Alejado overthrows his receiver. It's an interception as Terrence Diaz, the free safety, gets his first pick of the season. And Hawaii just threw away a perfect opportunity to go up by 2 scores again. So now Hirsch gets the ball back, and he's going to have a one-on-one downfield. Catch is made. Lloyd Morgan caught from behind, though, because the ball was underthrown. Morgan still makes the catch. It's a first down in field goal range. Hirsch is going to have a man open in the end zone, and Morgan just dropped it. What are you doing? That was a straight-up drop, and Maui is going to go for the 3 points, tie up this game at 10 as Alejado gets the ball back, and he has so much running room. What are you doing? That's another 20 for Alejado, and they are going to spike the football. 6 seconds on the clock, and they're just going to take the field goal here. Let's see if they can nail it. 38 yards. That's good. And Hawaii takes the lead again. They should have taken it earlier, and Maui gets a break. Kind of like the New Mexico game where we should have been down by multiple scores in the 4th quarter, and we went up by 7 instead. They just gave that game away, and Hawaii has been kind of doing the same. That interception cost them 7 points, and gave 3 points to Maui because that's what you do. You capitalize on turnovers, and you get the points. That's how you turn the game around. 1st and 10 on the bubble screen. That catch is made by Hakeem Burks. That's actually another bubble screen. That was a regular screen, just like a split end screen. 2nd and 2 for Hirsch, and he's just gonna take off and run, and lots of green grass, and he's got the first down. Easy yardage, and they're across midfield now in plus territory. 1st and 10, and they're gonna motion out Morris. And they are going to throw the bubble to Morris, and he's got some space on the outside. Gets 9.5. 2nd and inches turns into 1st and 1. 1st and 10. 1st and 10 turns into 3rd and 7. And Hirsch, 1-on-1, end zone, broken up. Great coverage by Makana Meyer. The 88 speed corner, he had enough cushion on Morgan. They knew what was coming, so Maui has to get the field goal, and that's going to be a tied-up game now at 13. Really defensive football game so far. We're just starting into the second half here, and Maui is gonna allow a first down here. Now 2 tight ends on the field for Hawaii, and Sims is gonna be taken down. That's a 3-yard loss, and he's now at 69 yards. So he's going away further now from the 163 goal, as an underthrow is gonna lead to an interception. That's hang on, who is that? Oh, that's James Miller. That's the dime corner. He's not on the field for a whole lot of time, but Alejado, if he had nailed that throw, that would have been a touchdown. Instead, Jason Miller gets the interception, the dime corner. And that's going to be a first down for Hirsch as he's going to take off and gets another huge run. And that's a 25-yard gain. What is happening? Hirsch running. He's the pocket passer. Now he's going to throw it. And over the middle, wide open. That's Hakeem Birch. He's going to get the first down. 13 yards. And they're moving the chains here. Now 3rd and 4. Very critical down. And Whitehurst is going to get taken down by Dion Washington. And they are going to have to take the points. That was a fourth and 6. Not worth going for it. They do take the field goal, and that's a 16-13 lead. And Hawaii go 3 and out immediately. And George Smith is behind the defense, and that's a touchdown. I told you Meyer does not have the speed to keep up with our receivers. Touchdown, Maui. It's a 2-score lead. We were down by 2 scores, and now we're up by 2. Down by 10 points, up by 10 now. And Alejado now has some work to do, and he has great field position for his first drive after the kickoff. And Richard Shannon makes a nice catch over the middle as he gets drilled by 2 corners and the safety. First down and 10, and Alejado is going to get it away over the middle. That's Landon Sims, and he's got 32 yards on the angle route. 2nd and 2, and Alejado is going to hand it off to Sims. Touchdown, Hawaii. And the Rainbow Warriors put 7 on the board. And now it's a 3-point game. Let's see. Edward Hirsch. He's going to throw it to the outside. And the slip screen is broken up, man. What a mess. Dion Washington with a great play again. Man, that defensive tackle is so disruptive. That's going to be a 3 and out. Then they have to punt it away to Hawaii. And the Rainbow Warriors are getting a new first down here. That I think was DeCal Crowdis. And now in the backfield, that's Daniel Garcia with a great tackle for loss. And Landon Sims not going anywhere. That's a 5-yard loss, by the way. Not just a 2-yard loss or something. That's a 5-yard loss. It's a sack equivalent. And we can't stop him. 2nd and 15. And Crowdis just gets 16 yards. What is happening to this defense? 2nd and 10. Alejado has a screen set up, and that's Sims, and this time he's getting all the yardage back. It's 11 yards, another first down. Great play by Hawaii. 3rd and 8 on the outside. The hitch is complete. It's Crowdis, but that's a 4th down, and Hawaii is not going for it. They are tying up this game. 40-yarder, and the kick is just hooking inside, man. I almost thought they were going to miss it. As game is tied at 23, and we are 5 minutes and change away from the end of the game. Hirsch, your time to shine. Wide open behind the defense. It's the slot fade again. George Smith, 75-yard touchdown. The Surfers go up by 7 immediately. Man, these deep touchdowns are so satisfying. Wide open behind the defense. Meyer again too slow to hold up. And now we have Alejado on a read option. He breaks 3 tacklers. What are you doing, man? Unbelievable play. Alejado has been creating plays all game long. And behind the defense, it's DeCal Crowdis with a touchdown. Hawaii answers right back. And the Rainbow Warriors tie up this game at 30. 4 minutes and 44 seconds away from the end of the game. And DeCal Crowdis just tied up this game. Let's see what Hirsch can do. Over the middle. 3rd and 11 overthrown. He was open. You had to hit him in the numbers, though. And he did not deliver. Hirsch with a horrible throw. They punt it away. And Crowdis is behind the defense again. 68-yard score. DeCal Crowdis is torching our defense. What is happening? That's 150 yards for Crowdis on 2 plays. 2 touchdowns. They are up by 7 now. Hirsch back on offense. Let's try to make something happen here. Hirsch does deliver this time, but this time Bowers lets the ball fall down. 2nd and 10. Hirsch is getting sacked. 3rd and 16. And they are going to produce a false start. No, they are not. 3rd and 16. I misremembered as Hirsch is just gonna take off, and he takes what he can get. Takes a massive hit as well, but that's at least 9 yards, and that makes his 4th down and 7 a little bit easier. But we're 2.5 minutes away from the end of the game, so this has to hit, and this is a completion. And Bowers even has a block there by Morgan. Great play, 25 yards by Bowers. Created a lot of stuff out of a little bit. Now 4-man pressure, but Hirsch does get it away, and he throws it at Lloyd Morgan's feet. And that kid has the breakaway speed to make this a touchdown. 2nd and 10. We're inside 2 minutes now. As Hirsch is going to throw it to Lloyd Morgan, who makes the catch and gets hit pretty hard. But that's 400 passing yards now for Edward Hirsch on the game. Now 2 running backs in the backfield, but they're still going to throw it over the middle. Catch is made. That's George Smith. And he's got 19 more. Can we tie up this game now? 1st and 10. Edward Hirsch. He's got his man, and this is Hakeem Birch. Is not Lloyd Morgan, as everybody is always thinking. He got the touchdown, and Maui ties up the game at 37. And we're a minute away from the end of the game. Let's see if Hawaii can do something. Sims going absolutely nowhere. And Hawaii is actually not really doing anything. They're just going to set up a slip screen, and Sims gets taken down. Crucial tackle. They're not going to take any timeouts, even though it was a minute on the clock. I would have made that minute last a lifetime. But we are going to overtime for the first time in all of my College Football 25 series. I've never gone to overtime. This is the first time for me. And yeah. 2 drives from the 25, and if we're still tied after that, 2-point tries till somebody wins. And how are we gonna do this? Maui has won the toss, and they are going to defend the first drive and then play the second drive first. Hawaii is gonna go on offense now, and we have Alejado with a 4-man pressure and open on the other side. That is a catch made. But 3rd and 5 coming up now. That was just a few yards. Alejado motions out Landon Sims, and he's gonna throw it in the end zone, and it's dropped by DeKal Crowdis. What are you doing? There was a touchdown for Hawaii, and they just gave it away. DeKal Crowdis could have had another massive touchdown at the end of the game. Jesus Christ. 1st and 10 for Edward Hirsch after Hawaii takes a field goal. And Hirsch is going to overthrow his receiver. That's actually, that was a pretty accurate throw. Lloyd Morgan got held up in traffic. So that's why he didn't get to the spot. And now they're going to go with an RPO. And that was doomed from the get-go. That's a 3-yard loss. 3rd and 13. And Hirsch is going to have a screen here. Lloyd Morgan doesn't even get 1 yard. This is going to be a 45-yarder. And we are going to nail this one. Tie up the game. That drive was doomed from the get-go, man. Now we go back on offense for the second drive. And Hirsch is going to have his receiver over the middle. That's Hakeem Birch. And that's 9 yards to make this a 3rd and 1. And Hirsch has lots of time, and he's got his receiver. It's Brandon Bowers. If we hadn't gotten that, that would have been pretty problematic. 1st and 10, 5-man pressure. They send a zone blitz, and this is Lloyd Morgan into the end zone. Maui with the touchdown. And now we have to go for 2. But Lloyd Morgan has another score. It's ridiculous. Don't know if this stuff counts in overtime. I don't know if this stuff counts for the statistics, but he's been having so many touchdowns, and he whiffed badly on that throw, as we do not get the 2-point try. And Alejado now has to score a touchdown, and he gets it in 1 play. Actually 2 plays. It was 2nd and 10. They didn't get anything on the first down, but Hawaii scores the touchdown, and now they have a shot at winning this game with a 2-point try. And they're gonna go with a double twin set. Alejado is gonna scramble at the end of the end zone. What is happening? The game is over. Hawaii converts. What a catch. What a throw. Off body, cross body, off platform, I want to say. And they get the touchdown. What a game. What a season ender as Hawaii beats us and beats our chance at the conference championship. Hirsch, he played an alright game. He had a few whiffs, but so did Alejado. It's just Alejado, we could not stop him. He was just running around doing whatever he wants. We did not get a single sack on Alejado. Not even one. That is absolutely ridiculous. And then we were up in the fourth quarter. And for some reason, Jason Miller allows 2 touchdowns. That dime corner that had an interception earlier, he gets torched twice against an 88 speed receiver. Our dime corner, that is very bad news. If that's going to be happening more than just this game, we're going to have an issue. But I brought in 3 4-star corners. I hope this problem is going to be fixed in a couple of years. Those deep touchdowns, man, unbelievable. We had this game in the bag, but we gave it away. DeCal Crowdus just torched us for probably 700 yards, and I didn't pay attention. Also, Deion Washington, man, that kid, he was disrupting so many plays, and he only has 2 sacks on paper, right? I had so many plays where he was in the backfield and we did get the throw off, but we didn't get full force behind it and it fell incomplete. He could have had 7 sacks in that game. That kid played out of his mind, and Hawaii, deservedly so, wins the Mountain West Conference Southern Division, and they are gonna go up against Washington State as we fall down to number 20 on the ranked board, but it doesn't matter. We're not going to play in the conference championship game, and we have 9 wins. Didn't get double digits, but we do go to a bowl game this year. And Hawaii is actually ranked number 21. They are behind us, but they still do get to play in the conference championship game. As we get great news, Kazim Abayamiri is 5'11", 191, and he has 98 speed. That's as much speed as Lloyd Morgan has. So if Lloyd Morgan decides to declare after his redshirt sophomore season, we are prepared. We have Abayamiri on the roster. Still have to look up how to pronounce that name. Now, we did, for some reason, lose out against California on this edge rusher. I couldn't believe it. I was in the lead so far, I took points off him, and that was probably a mistake. We lost that battle to Cal, but I guess it's going to be okay. Trying to recruit another edge rusher. And yeah, Mountain West Conference Championship is going to be Washington State against Hawaii. And that's going to be a home game for Hawaii because they are the best team in the conference with that record. As we have a Heisman winner here, it's Dante Moore. Spoiler alert is Lloyd Morgan he was on the list as well. He was a Heisman finalist. Actually, he was after game 10 or game 11. I'm not sure if he was at the end as well, but Lloyd Morgan wins Best Receiver of the Year, and he had almost 2,000 yards, and we're definitely going to get there in the bowl game. Definitely. No doubt about it. He had 20 touchdowns, Jesus. 20 touchdowns as a receiver in 12 games. The Lombardi Award goes to Daniel Garcia with 12 sacks, 26 tackles for a loss. Unreal season for him as well. And we are going to play a bowl game. It's going to be the famous Idaho Potato Bowl against Arizona. And by the way, Arizona plays in the Pac-12 championship game. And they lost big time. Second line from above against Oregon, 45-10. But Hawaii scrapes out the win in the Mountain West Conference Championship game against Washington State. And Hawaii, therefore, is going to play in the playoff. They made it to the playoff as the only team from the Mountain West Conference. Now, while Arizona had a fabulous season, Arizona State did not. They are going to be relegated, and that is because they have the worst record in the conference with Utah. Both teams are 2-7, but Utah won the game against Arizona State, and that is why Arizona State is going to be relegated, and Hawaii is going to go up to the Pac-12 starting next season, and we're still going to play them because they are our main rival. And yeah, We lost out another O-lineman. It's unbelievable. I'm always losing out on right guards. I think this is the 5th time I went to the final week with a right guard. I was leading in the into the penultimate week, and then in the final week where he decides I'm losing out. This has happened 5 times in this series alone. It's ridiculous. But yeah, that's gonna do it. We're gonna play Arizona next episode. We're gonna go through all the awards and the All-Americans and all that fun stuff. And then we're gonna get into the off-season. But that's gonna do it for this episode. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe for more Maui Dynasty. Thanks for watching, and see you next episode. Have a great day until then.